In view of the current success of XM97, many readers are willing to read comic books, and instead of reading the old classics that everybody knows and most of them has read, many are approaching me to ask for recommendations on new things to read. In that case, I have two recommendations, which are a mix of nostalgia and also good writing. So the first one will be X-Men Elsewhere, and the second one will be House of X. So the first one, X-Men Elsewhere, is a fanfic, meaning that there's a fan that is doing this book, totally aside from the publishing house, which is Marvel, right? And the fan is no one else than John Byrne. Yes, John Byrne, the classic artist for the X-Men, decided to do this as what if he didn't have left the X-Men in the 80s, and Claremont hasn't do the writing, so he's doing the writing of the book, he's doing the art. It looks like pencils with scripts, of course. It's just a fanfic, as I said, and he's been publishing his pages in his website, Byrne Robotics, and he's doing like 33 issues. 33 issues. This is almost the same length as the complete run for the classic canon classic. The basic premise is that Jean didn't die, Phoenix has been lobotomized and depowered, and she's returned to her parents in a childish state, and the rest of the X-Men are facing new challenges. You are going to see classic plots. I mean, we are going to see the value of having Chris Claremont in Uncanny X-Men in the canon instead of John Byrne, for instance, as a writer. But it's nostalgia, and I mean, you need to take a look to it, and it's really worth reading it. The other book that I really recommend reading is related to this modern age of Krakoa that is ending, which is House of X and Powers of X by Jonathan Hickman. In this case, the grounding concept is basically that Professor Xavier is changing his dream towards, I would say, more the Magneto dream, which is basically, instead of integrating with the humans, they are just setting apart in a nation, which is the Krakoa Island, right? So this is just the premise. The important thing is that Hickman is a master, is a plot architect. He's developing really nice and complex ideas across this miniseries, two miniseries, in fact, and he's just reusing the classics, meaning basically that you don't need to have read the comic books from the last, I don't know, 30 years to understand it and follow it. It's basically all the characters that you like, respecting the characterization that you know from the Claremont run. So whenever you read them, those two recommendations, or even if you have already read, just leave me a comment or a message just to know what is your opinion about